Hey, Greg. Can I talk to you about Minnie? What's up, Irene? Did something happen? Minnie told me the other day that she got accepted at her first choice of college. Yeah, it's about that. I have to pay the college entrance fee, but I don't quite have enough. Really? Not enough money? For the entrance fee? We're not talking dozens of thousands of dollars, are we? It's about $2,500. I've been paying child support every single month since we divorced, right? Haven't you been saving up? Saving up? $500 a month isn't anywhere near enough. Minnie's got a tutor, so if you just thought for a second, you would know that's not enough. You need to pay me more. I've never heard of having to pay more child support than the court-approved amount. If you needed more money for her tutor, you could have told me at the time. I shouldn't have to tell you. You should be able to figure it out. You've always been so clueless. Fine. So, how much are you short by? I already told you. $2,500. What? You need the whole amount? That's what I keep telling you. But you've been steadily working at the same place, right, Irene? You're really telling me you don't have any savings to contribute? Look, I don't have any. A receptionist's pay isn't all that high. Not all that high. Still. What? You're really going to skimp on money for Minnie's future? How can you even call yourself a father, Greg? I'm not skimping. I'll pay. Can you give me the payment details? Just transfer it to my account. Why? If you just give me the college's payment details, I can pay directly. We won't need to pay transfer fees twice. Plus, I'll save you the trouble. Oh, you're such a bother. I don't have the payment details right now. You don't have them? So you're still not home? I'm doing overtime tonight. Then you can give me the payment details after you get home. What? You don't trust me? No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just that you've done this sort of thing in the past, Irene. What do you mean, this sort of thing? I'm saying that you started coming home late and spending way more. I don't know what you were doing, but you did just leave Minnie to look after herself for some time. That's not a fair way of putting it. There were so many times I got back from work and Minnie was just eating a microwave meal alone. Minnie was in junior high at the time. She was old enough to make dinner alone. Microwave meals these days can taste pretty good. You were just making a big deal out of nothing. Of course it's normal to worry about my own daughter. It's not about the microwave meals themselves. If you told me you were going to be back late, I would have gone home earlier. Family should help each other, don't you think? You're such a nag. We're not family anymore, so what does it matter? I don't really care what you do with the money that you earned yourself, but think about Minnie as well. I do think about her. That's why we're talking about college fees. Are you really going to use that money for Minnie? It's only right as a parent that you have money saved for that kind of thing for your child's sake. Another lecture? You always were so self-righteous ever since we got married. Who do you think you are? This isn't a lecture. I just want a discussion. But you're making it about yourself, as always. That's why we got divorced. What is there to discuss now? But Minnie is your daughter as well as mine, so we have to work together to do what's best for her. It's too late now, but I regret not having pushed harder for custody over Minnie. I couldn't hand Minnie over to you when you didn't have a clue how to do housework. Children should stay with their mothers. I'd have agreed in the past, but when you're behaving strangely like this, Irene, I'm not so sure. What do you mean, strange? Minnie told me the other day. She says you've been spending way more time out, like around the time we divorced. You're coming home late these days. Are you dating some weird men again? What do you mean, again? You accused me of cheating on you, but how many times have I told you that I wasn't? Sure. At the time, we ended up divorcing without any proof of infidelity. But the fact is that you were acting strange and spending a lot of time outside. So what? Is it a crime to spend some time away from home? And I'm single now. You have no right to criticize what I do. You're not my wife anymore, but you're still a mother. Stop worrying Minnie all the time. Oh, enough! I should have realized not to rely on you. Anyways, text me the college's payment details later. It's fine. I don't need the money. You're useless. Minnie, what are you up to? I'm watching TV. Where's Mom? Not home yet. Again? She normally comes home around midnight these days. Sometimes she comes back drunk in a taxi. I'm disappointed in her. At least there's no one to stop me watching all the reality TV I want, lol. I guess it's fine as long as you're happy, Minnie. Mom told me about the college entrance fee. What happened to that? It looks like she hasn't paid yet. I only have 3 days until the deadline. At this rate, I won't be allowed to attend my first choice college. Don't worry. If Mom hasn't paid by the day before, I'll sort it out. Really? I've been working and saving up, but I was so worried because I didn't have enough. You should keep your own savings for your future. Thanks, Dad. I'll pay you back double after I become an English teacher, lol. I'll be looking forward to that. You've always loved books, so I'm sure you have what it takes. Yep, I'll work hard. Minnie, if you're okay with it, you can live with me while you go to college. My house is closer, right? I'd like that, but I wonder what Mom would say. Mom does love having you around. I don't think that's quite right. Mom just likes having me as proof that she's winning against you. Huh? Winning against me? She wants to prove that she's working hard and doing well, even as a single mother. Isn't it like posting pictures of a fancy cafe's food on Instagram? She just wants to prove that she's number one. You're rather perceptive. She hates it when anything doesn't go her own way. Mom comes home late, but she's very strict about my curfew. She even makes me leave my phone in the living room and go to bed by 10 p.m. You're still in high school. She's just trying to make sure you're safe. That's not true. Mom checks my texts at night. What? She's checking all the conversations I have with you, Dad. She always wants to be in the catbird seat in her interactions with you. You know some difficult idioms, Minnie. You're going to be a good English teacher. Oh, the upper hand, right? I guess so. I think Mom is still holding it against you that you started the divorce. It seemed to hurt her pride, lol. That's why she's always desperate to one-up you. There's no winning or losing in life. That's what I think too, but not Mom. Hey, won't Mom get angry if she sees these texts? It's fine. I realize that Mom snoops on my texts, so I delete them when I go to bed. That's Gen Z for you. You're one step ahead of Mom, lol. I'm done with TV, so I think I'll go make dinner. Okay, make sure you lock up safely. Dad, are you still awake? Sorry, I know it's late. What's up? I checked with Mom today, and she still hasn't paid for the college entrance fee. Dad, I won't be able to go to college unless you give me the money. Can you transfer it to my account? I'll do the rest. Why would you text me that? You could have asked me, since I'm sitting right next to you. Huh? What do you mean? I'm in my bedroom. It's Irene, right? Don't you even check that your daughter's in her room after you come home? You should be ashamed to call yourself a mother. What do you mean, ashamed? You have no right to call me that. You're a waste of space, Greg. So it is you, Irene. What's going on? Did Minnie go visit you? Minnie came over because she was worried about the college entrance fee. She said you hadn't paid yet, so I paid instead. Oh, really? I'll get Minnie to stay with me for a while. It looks like she left her phone, so I'll go pick it up tomorrow morning along with her clothes. What? Why isn't Minnie coming home? I'll go pick her up right now. You're going to drive? I bet you're drunk.
And what's wrong with that?
Minnie came crying to me asking for help. She said that her mother wasn't thinking of her at all.
She said what?
She might speak in a mature way like an adult these days, but she's still a teenager. She needs her parents' support.
I think about what's best for Minnie, too.
Then why aren't you paying for her college fees? Isn't it her dream to become a teacher?
What a boring dream.
What on earth are you saying?
She's a girl, so she ought to have more fun. She's being way too safe and boring from such a young age. Oh, she doesn't need to go to college.
Irene, you don't get a pass to say anything you want just because you're drunk. Do you even realize how hard Minnie worked to get into college? You've been watching all that by her side, but now you have the audacity to tell her not to go?
Shut up. Minnie's 18 now. She should start earning her keep. When she gets a little older, she can just get married. If she tries to go for a proper career, she'll just end up without a decent man like me. Mal.
Minnie's so close to her dream now, and that's all you can say as her mother. Are you really thinking about her future?
I am, and that's exactly why I'm saying she shouldn't go to college.
I'm not just talking about Minnie's future. What about yours?
Huh? Mine?
I went downtown to go eat out with a coworker. I happened to see you, Irene. It was 2 days ago. I saw you talking to a drug dealer.
There's a lot of drug dealers around there. He was harassing me.
It didn't look like harassment to me. It looked like you willingly gave him money in return for something.
I don't know what you're talking about. Are you sure you're not mistaking someone else for me?
It looks like it wasn't an affair after all. I would have never guessed you had another habit. Now it makes sense why you were always short on money.
It's money that I earned myself, so it's none of your business.
How do you plan to keep funding this expensive hobby of yours? Are you planning to blow through all your savings and just keep asking people for money?
That's still in the future. I'm sick of being surrounded by such a straight-laced daughter and ex-husband. I'm not the kind of person who can live such a boring life.
I see you've fallen for their marketing. They just like making you feel special.
I didn't fall for anything. He tells me he's impressed by my courage to break rules so I can have an exciting life.
That's just drug dealer 101. Why don't you take a good hard look at yourself?
A stiff like you wouldn't know, Greg. But he doesn't just say that to anybody. He doesn't see me as just a customer. He respects me for who I am.
That's how they stay in business, by making you feel that connection. Most people just pretend to be duped and spend a little money. Who the hell really believes that nonsense and spends their entire life savings on such a habit?
See? You're always so self-righteous. You can't push your lens onto everyone else in the world.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I always wished for your and Minnie's happiness while we were married. But you were always just chasing your own hedonistic happiness, Irene. No wonder we weren't compatible.
What is this happiness you talk about then, Greg? Don't push your mundane values onto me. I'm the only one who can make myself happy.
Maybe for you. But I'm Minnie's father, so I care about her happiness over mine.
Fine. You and Minnie can do whatever you want. Go live your boring, unexciting lives together without me.
Hey, Greg. How's Minnie doing? She's doing just fine. She's only got a few classes until she graduates high school, so she's mostly working or at home. These days, she makes dinner a lot.
That's great. I'm glad to hear you two are getting along.
I'm used to taking care of myself after 4 years of living alone. But it was so surprising in a good way to see that Minnie has grown so much and she can do anything. Her cooking is really good.
You really seem like you're enjoying your life.
Of course. With my daughter living with me, I've been really happy. You must be pleased to have all the freedom you want, right, Irene? Actually, there's something I need to talk to you about. Can I borrow some money from you? You really need to ask for money from this waste of space? I thought you'd be too proud to ask. Lol. This isn't funny. I'm really in trouble here. Well, we might not be family anymore, but you're still Minnie's mother. If it's possible for me to help, sure. Really? So, how much do you need? I need $7,000 today. $7,000? You're that deep in debt? No, that's not it. My dealer needs it. Your dealer? If he can't pay this money today, he'll be in real trouble with his boss. You disappoint me. I said all that, but you're just getting deeper and deeper into this. I tried to stop, but he contacted me. Of course he would. He's playing you for a fool. Don't you understand? But he has big dreams to expand his business in the future, so he needs my help until then. So, you can't support your own daughter's dreams. But you'll even get yourself into debt giving money to this guy? But Minnie has you! This guy only has me to rely on. I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry, but if that's the case, I can't lend you any money. What? Why? Because this isn't going to help you, Irene. Why not? I've maxed out my credit card. I've taken some high-interest loans and I'm really in trouble. Are you going to just abandon your ex-wife in this situation? That's what's best for you. I'll get the paperwork done to change Minnie's address to here. Irene, you really need to get help and sort out your life. Oh, get off your high horse. Don't act like you've beaten me just because you won Minnie back. It's not about winning or losing. You don't mean that. You took Minnie away, and now you feel superior to me because of it. But this all happened because you're such a bore, Greg. You're making it my fault again. But it's true. What is this happiness that you talk about, Irene? Don't push your self-destructive values onto me. What did you just say? You say only you can make yourself happy, but I don't believe that. I feel happiness when my family is happy. Then you could have made me happy. This is all your fault. Why don't we start over so you can fix this? That's not happening. I was right to divorce you after all. What? I can't satisfy your overinflated ego, so I can't give you the kind of happiness that you're looking for. I don't respect you, and I don't feel like you're someone important to me anymore. You're just a pathetic addict who let their life get taken over by this habit. You should enjoy your exciting life riddled with debt and poverty. In the end, Irene couldn't bail out her drug dealer, so he stopped doing business with her. With only her debts left, she started working at a bar on nights after her day job. But this breach of contract was discovered at her receptionist job, so she got fired. I hear she's working a lot to scrape by. Convenience store in the morning, fast food in the afternoon, and bar at night. I guess she's got the exciting life she always wanted in a way by being chased up for her loan payments. Lol. Minnie started at college now. We're both much better at housework these days compared to 4 years ago, so we split it evenly between us. Minnie's a kind girl. She says she wants to reconcile with her mother once she's sorted out her debts and her life. But it sounds like it's going to take more than 10 years for Irene to pay off all her debts. It looks like my daughter and I will be able to live peaceful, unexciting lives for a while. Sasha! Sasha, are you there? I have something I really need to talk to you about. It's about the $1,500 you send me every month. The thing is that I went to the bank today to make sure that it had been deposited, but it wasn't there. Hi, Mom. Yes, that is right. The money hasn't been sent yet. It is still the 24th.
I send the money on the 25th every month, remember? Oh, is that right? I suppose it is, isn't it? I guess I was just one day off. Oops. But really, Sasha, you should know better than to get my hopes up like that. Now it feels like I've lost all that money. I think that as a fine for your bad behavior, you should send me the money right away. I'm sorry, Mom, but that is not going to happen. What did you just say? You insolent little brat. Are you not listening to your own mother now? I don't even know who you've become, but you certainly aren't the daughter I raised you to be. Mom, I don't want to fight, so I am not even going to touch on what you just said. But anyways, I only have $1,000 in the bank right now anyways. Are you serious, Sasha? Honestly, what kind of person did I raise if you don't even have basic common sense about how to spend and save money? I bet you just wasted it all on frivolous things. Well, fine. If that's all you have to send to me right now, then I guess I will take it. No, Mom. That's not all the money I have to send you. It's all the money I have. I can't send it to you. I don't want to hear any excuses. Send me that $1,000 this instant. And of course, I'll still be expecting the $1,500 as usual tomorrow. Mom, you are not listening to me. Again. I can't send you the $1,000, and I certainly won't be able to pay you that plus your usual $1,500. Why does it seem to be your goal in life to disappoint your own mother, huh? I don't care if you can't do it. Just make it happen. Mom, how am I supposed to afford basic things for myself if I do that? So now you're saying that you think your life is more valuable than my life. I cannot believe what I am hearing from you, Sasha. Now you go to the bank right away and transfer that money into my account. No, Mom. That won't be happening today. But tomorrow, I promise you that your money will be there like it has been every month for almost a decade now. Excuse me. You will listen to your mother. Do you understand me, young lady? Okay, Mom. I need to get back to work. We will talk later. Sasha! You respond to your mother or you are in big trouble! Do you hear me?
Hey, Sasha. Is everything alright? You look like something was really bothering you at work today.
Oh, Jack. Did I really?
Don't tell me that your mom has been getting on your back again.
Well, basically, yes. She mixed up the date and thought that she would be getting her money today when it is really getting there tomorrow. But she got so mad at me for her own mistake and was complaining a lot. Even after I pointed out to her that it is still the 24th, she just got even more upset. Then she said that I should pay her $1,000 today as well as her usual $1,500 tomorrow to make up for getting her so angry today.
Wow. She really has some nerve. I am really sorry to hear all that, Sasha. But don't tell me that you actually paid her all of that.
No, of course not. I don't fall for her games that easily, you know.
Yeah, I imagine you must have a lot of experience dealing with her by this point. You've got the patience of a saint, Sasha.
Thank you. That really means a lot that you said that.
And also, I'm sorry for not asking if you were okay in person at the office when I noticed.
Oh, Jack. I'm not your responsibility. You don't need to worry about that. Besides, I know that you have plenty of work that you need to take care of. That, and it wouldn't really solve the real problem at hand anyways. So it really is okay.
I see. Well, I appreciate you talking to me about all this. By the way, Sasha, you've been sending your mom this money every month for 10 whole years. I didn't want to say anything earlier, but I'm worried that if something doesn't change soon, this might really start affecting us and our financial future.
I know, Jack. You're right. But that woman... You know it was her cheating on my dad that caused my parents to split up. And because of that, my mom wasn't granted any alimony. And then my dad ran off and never paid any child support. And even without all that money, she was able to raise me and see me off through high school. But now all she says whenever I tell her no is that I should be more grateful to her for all that she has done.
Sasha, none of that is your fault, and it is absolutely not something that I think you ever need to apologize for. But I think that we might have some big changes coming in our lives soon, and it is time to seriously consider our future as a family.
You're right, Jack. Right about everything.
Oh, and that reminds me. You still haven't told your mom that we moved in together, right?
No, I haven't gotten around to it yet.
And does your mom still not even know who I am?
That's right. But it's not just your name. She doesn't even know you exist.
I think I have an idea of how we can use this to our advantage.
What do you mean by that?
Sasha, I'm going to ask you to trust me. I think I have a really good idea, but I want you to leave it up to me.
What is it?
Well, your mom just really seems to be driven by her emotions, which can change on a dime. So I think we can use that. But I'll tell you more about my plan later.
Okay. That sounds good, Jack.
Sasha, we have a serious problem, and you better fix it.
A problem? But I already got the confirmation from the bank that the $1,500 was transferred into your account.
Yes, the usual payment was deposited, but you are still $1,000 short.
Mom, we talked about this the other day, remember? I said that I couldn't and wasn't going to pay you that $1,000. I have been living on the bare minimum so that I could send you the money. In fact, the way things are going now, I might have to start sending less or nothing at all. Do you understand what I'm saying, Mom? This is serious.
Well, yes. Everything you said is true.
I'm glad you understand. Okay then. I still have some housework I need to get to, so I'll be leaving.
Hold it right there, young lady. Because I need to tell you, I've actually thought of a way that you could send me $10,000 a month instead.
What? Mom, is this another one of those pyramid schemes?
I'm going to ignore that because I'm kind. And because in order for this to work, I need your help.
Oh, jeez. Okay, Mom. Tell me about your plan. Because if I am being honest, I have a difficult time believing that something claiming to make an instant $10,000 is anything but some terrible scam. Either you getting scammed or you trying to scam someone else. This isn't going to get us into any trouble with the police or anything like that, will it?
Of course it's nothing like that. Everything is going to be fine.
Okay, then. Tell me about your plan, Mom.
Sasha, my plan is that you are going to marry a man that I have picked out for you.
Excuse me?
I'm going to what? Besides, this will be a good thing for you too, won't it? You'll end up with such an amazing husband. This guy is the president of an IT company. That means he has got to be loaded and certainly won't miss $10,000 every month if it's for his mother-in-law.
Mom, I really don't even know what to say to this.
Where can I even start? I know! It's all happened so fast that even I can hardly believe it. But yesterday, a man came to visit suddenly and told me his whole story. I was so shocked. I don't really have the full story on him, but I guess that somehow he saw you and knew that it was love at first sight. I'll be honest with you, Sasha. I really don't know what a man like that would see in a daughter who is only good for sending her mother money. And barely so at that. But I always say to never look a gift horse in the mouth. So here we are. And besides, none of that matters at the end of the day, because if you marry him, then he'll surely pay me my $10,000 a month.
Mom, don't you think all of this sounds a little too good to be true?
I thought the same things. But don't worry, dear. Your mom did her research. He even had papers to show me to prove who he was. He even gave me a signed note guaranteeing all of what he was saying. So you see, there really is nothing to worry about. The only thing left for you to do is marry this guy.
Mom, this is all happening so fast. I have to think about now. I think I'll need a little time to reorganize my thoughts. I'll message you back soon. Jack, did you happen to pay a visit to my mother recently?
Oh, Sasha. I did actually. I was just about to message you to talk about it. Let me guess. Your mom messaged you just now?
Yeah, like just a minute ago. I couldn't really understand everything she sent, But she was telling some story about how some rich guy who fell in love with me promised my mom $10,000 a month if I married him, or something like that. She said he even gave her a signed document guaranteeing all of this.
I wonder if the note said something like, "In exchange for receiving Sasha as a bride, I will stop the monthly payments of $1,500. $10,000 will be paid in reconciliation."
Jack, what did you do?
And then it probably continued on to say something like, "Given that giving away her only daughter will prevent her from living the life she is used to, Lois Green will be paid $10,000 to upkeep her lifestyle." Or something to that effect.
Jack, what is all of this?
What's the matter? Did I say something weird?
Yeah. Do you think this is normal?
I guess not. Anyways, after that, I also went to go pay a visit to your dad, too.
What? You went and saw my dad?
And Sasha, you are not going to believe the lie that your mom has been keeping up this whole time.
What? You mean my mom has been hiding something?
Sasha, your dad actually did pay your mom alimony as well as child support.
Are you serious?
Every month he sent her $1,500, just like you. He kept it up every month for years until you turned 18, when the payment stopped.
So then, she lied to me. For all these years.
I guess so. I'm so sorry to be the one to be telling you all of this. But your dad said that he never missed a single check because he wanted what was best for you. He said there were times when he was living on the edge of bankruptcy, but still made his payments every single month.
But in high school, Mom made me find a part-time job because she said we didn't have enough money and I would need to contribute.
Well, you have all this information now. You can confront your mom if you really felt like it.
I don't really know. But something is telling me that this would be better left alone.
Are you sure about that?
If you have some kind of plan to make everything right, then I am all ears. But I really just don't have the stomach to try and directly confront my mom. But thanks to what you've just told me, I really feel as if I could finally cut her off and be at peace with it. Maybe it would just be easier if I faded out of her life.
If that is what you think the best decision for you is, then I won't say anything. Anyways, I also went and picked up the marriage documents. Would you mind if I went over to your place?
Of course you can. I'll see you in a bit. Sasha! Guess what? Jack, that man I was telling you about, he just transferred $10,000 to my bank account. I guess that must mean that you finally came to your senses and married him, huh? That must be it. I knew deep down you were a good girl who listened to her mother. And now I get $10,000 a month! You really did finally make your mother proud. Wait, what are you talking about? Oh, right. I see what happened. You're mistaken. He actually said he's going to cease all payments. What? No. You're mistaken. He is stopping your payment of $1,500 and replacing it with his $10,000. Oh, are you sure about that? Don't start with me, Sasha. Of course I'm sure. Anyways, I've already moved out of my old apartment and decided to live in a hotel suite from now on. And with this kind of money coming in, I won't even have to keep my job. I quit earlier today, actually. Oh, Sasha. It's like I've become some sort of celebrity or something with the lifestyle I'll have now. It is so great having so much money. I'm just so happy. Sasha, I need you to transfer that $10,000 to my bank account right now. Oh, this is really bad. I reached out to Jack again and told him that we had an agreement and that he offered me $10,000 a month in exchange for marrying you. And he turned around and told me that $10,000 a month was never part of the agreement. He told me that he agreed to pay me $10,000 as a kind of ballast to help me while I figured out how to live on my own since you wouldn't be paying me anymore. But that's not all. Then I got a call from a lawyer claiming to represent your father, claiming that I was misusing the child support money. How did it all come to this? I just don't understand. This is really bad. I don't know what to do. I thought I would be getting all this money monthly. That's why I chose this hotel. Between the room fee and room service, I've already gone through all the money. Oh, this is bad. Really, really bad. That's why I need you to listen to me right now, Sasha. I need you to send me the $10,000 instead. That way, I can buy some time for myself and try to think of a way out of this mess. Hurry and send the money now! Are you listening to me, Sasha? Sasha, are you there? It's an emergency. The money I asked for never made it into my account, and so I had to check out of the hotel. I thought that I would go to live together with you in your apartment, but when I got there... Sasha, why didn't you tell me you had some other girl roommate? And then I tried to call your work so I could talk to you. And they told me that you transferred out of the company 6 months ago. Did you move? Sasha, I know you're there. You can't just abandon your mother like this, Sasha. Answer me right this second or you'll be in big trouble. Sasha! So, my mom was really in a bind. We were worried that she might try and show up at our office one day. But then we realized that without money, there was no way she could afford to travel all the way to come see us. That's why I think she made the smart choice to apply for a job at a temp agency not far from her home. She was so blinded by money that she thought nothing would ever go wrong for her again. And now she works around the clock in horrible conditions for a lousy company, barely eking out an existence. I received messages from her asking for help. To be honest, after supporting her for all these years, as terrible as she was even, it still wrenched my heart seeing her suffer. But Jack told me that this is what she deserved for living off of other people's money for so long. In the end, I decided to completely cut her out of my life. I even went to the cell phone store and had my number changed.